Hi everyone, welcome to Basis and Dimension Part 3. In this video, we are doing the two major theorems on dimension of subspaces. Okay, now see the first theorem, that is, let W1 and W2 are two subspaces of a finite dimensional vector space V of F. Then we have to prove that dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. What are W1 and W2? W1, W2 both are subspaces of V of F. What is V of F? V of F is a vector space. Now you have seen, if W1 and W2 are the two subspaces, then their linear sum W1 plus W2 is also a subspace. Is it or not? It is also a subspace. And how the linear sum W1 plus W2 is defined? It is the set of all alpha, where alpha is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2, such that alpha 1 belongs to W1 and alpha 2 belongs to W2. This is the linear sum W1 plus W2. Now what you have to prove, and you also know that if W1 and W2 are the subspaces of V of F, W1 intersection W2 is also a subspace. Is it or not? You also know that. In algebra of subspaces, you have seen that. So if W1 and W2 are two subspaces, W1 plus W2 being a linear sum of those two subspaces, it will be a subspace, and intersection of W1 and W2 is also a subspace. Okay, and also W1 and W2 being the subspaces of finite dimensional vector space, they will also be finite dimensional, and their dimension will be less than or equal to dimension of the main vector space V of F. Now how is W1 plus W2? It is also subspace of V of F. So its dimension is also less than or equal to dimension of V. How is W1 intersection W2? W1 intersection W2 is also a subspace of V. So its dimension will also be less than or equal to dimension of V. These things we have to keep in mind before proving this theorem. Now what are W1 plus W2? They are the two subspaces of a finite dimensional vector space. Then what you have to prove? Dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. That you have to prove. Now in order to prove this, what is W1 and W2 are subspaces. Is it? Now I can say that W1 and W2 are the subspaces of V of F, and they are also the subspaces of W1 plus W2 and W1 intersection W2. Will you accept? These two are the subspaces of V of F. Already I told you. Linear sum of two subspaces is a subspace. We proved as a theorem in algebra of subspaces. And also we proved intersection of two subspaces is a subspace. Therefore, these two are also subspaces. Now W1 intersection W2 being a subspace of a finite dimensional vector space, it will be finite dimensional. Now what you are saying? W1 intersection W2 is a subspace of a finite dimensional vector space. Now you have proved one theorem. Any subspace which is any subspace of a finite dimensional vector space will also be finite dimension, and the dimension of subspace will be always less than or equal to the dimension of the vector space. So because W1 intersection W2 being a subspace of V, its dimension will be finite. So let dimension of W1 intersection W2 is equal to K if you take. Okay. Now because dimension of W1 intersection W2 is K, what is W1 intersection W2? W1 intersection W2 is a subspace, means itself is a vector space. Therefore, the number of elements in the basis set you know. So, the dimension of W1 intersection W2 is equal to K implies if you take S is equal to gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma K, then as basis of W1 intersection W2. Now suppose if you are having S is equal to some gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma 3 and so on, gamma K. This is the basis of W you have taken, W1 intersection W2. Now W1 intersection W2 is subspace of V of F. So it is S being a basis of W1 intersection W2, S is linearly independent subset of W1 intersection W2. Is it? Therefore, you can write S is linearly independent subset of W1 and similarly it is linearly independent subset of W2. Will you accept? Now what are W1 and W2? They are the subspaces. Being subspaces, they are the vector spaces. According to the extension theorem, any linearly independent subset of a vector space can be extended to form a basis. So, S being linearly independent subset of W1, S can be extended to form a basis for W1. Similarly, S can also be extended to form a basis for W2 because S is linearly independent subset of W1 intersection W2 implies S is linearly independent subset of W1 and it is also linearly independent subset of W2. Okay, now see how you are able to extend it. S is linearly independent subset of W1. Therefore, S can be extended to form a basis of W1 by the known theorem, extension theorem. Any linearly independent subset of a finite dimensional vector space can be itself is a basis or it can be extended to form a basis. So, the extension set of S, let B1, alpha, gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma K is S and you are adding alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha M, you are assuming it is a basis of W1. Therefore, dimension of W1 is K plus M. Similarly, by adding beta 1, beta 2, beta N to the S, you will get the basis of W2. Now K plus N. So, dimension of W2 is K plus N. Now, what is your theorem? You have to prove dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. See here, what you have to prove? Dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. Now what is dimension of W1? You got it as K plus M, is it? So K plus M. Plus what is dimension of W2? You got it as K plus N. And what is dimension of W1 intersection W2? S elements. How many are there? In K. So minus K. 1K will be getting cancelled. So you are having K plus M plus N. So if you want to prove this statement, that is dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2, in order to prove that, it is enough if you show that dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to K plus M plus N. What you have to prove? Dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to K plus M plus N. Your problem is over. That means you have proved the statement, that is dimension of W1 plus W2 is dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. So, in order to prove that dimension of W1 plus W2 is K plus M plus N, what we are doing here is, you are considering a set S with K plus M plus N elements. Consider S1 is equal to gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma k, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha m, beta 1, beta 2, beta n. That means you are considering a set with k plus m plus n elements. Now what you are going to do is, if this set is linearly independent and L of S1 is equal to W1 plus W2, your problem is over. S1 will be the basis. When will you say that any set is a basis? If it is linearly independent and its span is equal to the vector space, L of S is equal to V. Here vector space is W1 plus W2. So L of S1 is equal to W1 plus W2 and S1 is linearly independent. If you say, your problem is over. Now what you have taken? S1 with K plus M plus N elements. Now you are going to prove that S1 is a linearly independent subset of W1 plus W2 and L of S1 is equal to W1 plus W2. Now is it clear? This is the statement of the theorem. Now we are going to prove the theorem. Okay. Now see what is that. Now what you have taken? S1 is equal to alpha 1, alpha 2, so on alpha k. Gamma 1, you have taken S is equal to gamma 1, gamma 2 and so on gamma k, alpha 1, alpha 2 and so on alpha m, beta 1, beta 2 and so on beta n. So how many elements are there? K plus M plus N elements are there. Now what you are going to say? This set is linearly independent. So in order to say that that set is linearly independent, you have to consider the linear combination of the elements of that set and equate it to 0 and show that all the constants existing in that linear combination are zeros. Now this is the linear C1 gamma 1, C2 gamma 2 plus Ck gamma k plus A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus so on Am alpha m, B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n is equal to 0. This is the linear combination of the elements of S1 and you are equated to 0 bar. Okay. Now from this, keep B1 beta 1, B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n one side and bring all the other elements to the other side. Now B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n is equal to this. What are alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha m, gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma k? They are the elements, basis elements of W1. They are the basis elements of W1. That means this is the linear combination of the basis elements of W1. Now that is, now the basis set of W1 you have taken B1. So it is L, this element is belonging to L of B1. Is it? So B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n belongs to L of B1, which is equal to W1. Is it or not? Basis of W1. No, therefore this element is belonging to W1. Now B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n belongs to W1 and this element can also be written as like this. That is 0 into gamma 1 plus 0 into gamma 2 plus 0 into gamma k plus b1 beta 1 plus b2 beta 2 plus so on bn beta n. These are the elements here existing. You have added 0 gamma 1 plus 0 gamma 2 plus so on 0 gamma k. There is nothing in the change, nothing change in the value, is it? So, but this is the linear combination of the basis elements of W2. So, that means it belongs to L of W2, which is equal to B2, is it? Though, therefore, this belongs to B1 beta n belongs to W1 and it is also belonging to W2. Is it clear how it is belonging to? Now, this is the linear combination of the elements of basis of W2. Basis of W2 you have taken as B2, that is L of B2. B2 being a basis set of W2, L of B2 will be equal to W2. Similarly, here also L of B1 is equal to W1. So, B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n is belonging to W1 and it is also belonging to W2. So, therefore, you can say that this belongs to W1 intersection W2. Is it? But that is equal to L of S. W1 intersection W2 is equal to L of S. Why? S is the basis set of W1 intersection W2. Therefore, W1 intersection W2 is equal to L of S. Therefore, B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n is an element in W1 intersection W2. What is W1 intersection W2? It is a vector space. Any element in a vector space can be expressed as a linear combination of its basis elements. What are the basis set of W1 intersection W2? They are gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma k. Therefore, B1 beta 1 B plus B2 beta 2 plus so on Bn beta n being an element of W1 intersection W2, it can be expressed as a linear combination of its basis set of elements, that is C1 gamma 1 plus C2 gamma 2 plus Ck gamma k. Now bring all these to one side. Now if you observe, this is the linear combination of the elements of basis set of W2. Linear combination of the elements of basis set of W2. It is being the basis set for W2, it is linearly independent. So, this is the linear combination of the elements of linearly independent set and it is equal to 0. Therefore, all the constants existing in this linear combination will be 0. Therefore, B1, B2 so on, C1, C2 and so on will be zeros. So, B1, B2 and C1, C2 so on are becoming zeros. Okay. Now, still what you have to prove? A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus so on AM alpha M should be zeros. That you have to prove. See how we are able to show. Now, consider A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus so on AM alpha M. 0 alpha 1 plus 0 alpha 2 plus so on 0 alpha k is equal to 0 bar. Now, what are they? Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha M, gamma 1, gamma k? They are the basis elements of W1. So, it is the linear combination of the basis elements of W1. Therefore, all the constants existing in this linear combination should be zeros because it is the linearly independent set. Therefore, A1, A2, AM is equal to 0. So, therefore, A1, A2, AN, B1, B2, Bn, C1, C2, Ck are zeros. Where are they? They are in the linear combination of the elements of the set S. Therefore, if you consider the linear combination of the elements of the set S and equate it to 0, that implies all the constants existing in that combination are becoming zeros. Therefore, S is linearly independent. Now, if you want to say that S1 is basis, first property you have proved. Next, what you have to prove? L of S1 is equal to W1 plus W2. For that, L of S1 is equal to W1 plus W2. In order to prove that, take delta belongs to W1 plus W2. That means delta will be of the form alpha plus beta, where alpha belongs to W1 and beta belongs to W2. By definition of linear sum of two subspaces, we defined any element in W1 plus W2 like this. Now alpha belongs to W1, W1 is equal to L of B1, therefore alpha belongs to L of B1. Why W1 is equal to L of B1? Because B1 is the basis set of W1. Therefore, alpha belongs to L of B1. Alpha can be written as a linear combination of the elements of the basis sets of W1. Therefore, alpha is equal to C1 gamma 1 plus C2 gamma 2 plus so on Ck gamma k, A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus so on Am alpha m. Beta belongs to W2. Similarly, W2 is equal to L of beta 2, beta belongs to L of beta 2. So, beta can be expressed as a linear combination of elements of the basis elements of W2. What are the basis elements of W2? B1 beta 1, B2 beta 2, so on, Bn beta n, C1 gamma 1 plus C2 gamma 2, so on, Ck gamma. Therefore, delta is equal to alpha plus beta. Now, this belongs to L of S1. Clearly, W1 plus W2 is a proper subset of L of S1. So, because you have taken one element where you have taken a delta in W1 plus W2, where you have proved it is in L of S1. Therefore, W1 plus W2 is a proper subset of L of S1. Clearly, L of S1 will be the proper subset of W1 plus W2. From these two, you can say that L of S1 is equal to W1 plus W2. Now, S1 is linearly independent, and if L of S1 is equal to W1 plus W2, therefore, dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to K plus M plus N, because the number of elements in the basis set will be the dimension. In S1, you have taken K plus M plus N elements. So, dimension of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. This is one of the important theorem. What is the statement? If W1 and W2 are the two subspaces of a vector space, then dimension of the linear sum of W1 plus W2 is equal to dimension of W1 plus dimension of W2 minus dimension of W1 intersection W2. Thank you.